Your name was sitting about in the rain on the rooftops. I was in shock at this. Did they want to catch cold? What do you think you're doing out here? I yelled to them. They turned their head to look at me. I gasped, taking a step back. They looked so sad. Are you okay? I asked. Your name was about to say something, but started coughing loudly. I ran to them before they fell over. We needed to get you back to Donnie now. I picked them up. They grabbed my strap and I looked down. I'm sorry, Leo, I sighed. You don't have to say sorry, you know. I ran to the lair and into Donnie's lab, explaining what happened and to help them. He set them on the bed and I sat in the chair next to them. You're glad Leo found you when he did, you know. Frostbite would have killed you, he said, and your name shivered at the thought. I felt their head and smoothly rubbed it to calm them. It worked. They sighed and coughed again, but soon fell asleep after. They're going to be fine, Leo. Just stay with them so they don't freak out waking up. I nod, and Donnie leaves to work in his lab. I stayed the whole night, but at 4 a.m. they woke up and screamed loudly. I jumped from my chair and held their hand. Wake up, it's just a dream. They shot up and grabbed me, breathing loudly. Leo? I nod. I thought that... They looked down. Never mind. I got angry about that. Why aren't you answering me, and why were you out there? They looked down, shame filling their expression. I can't tell you. You'll hate me. They sigh, rubbing their hair. I could never hate you. Don't you understand by now that we would never leave you? He says, hands in the air. I tried to jump off the roof, but I fell over because of the rain. They said, lowly. Why the hell would you try to jump off the roof? They yelled, and they flinched back as he noticed he glared but stopped yelling. It's just been so hard lately. I haven't had much of a reason. I don't have anyone to come home to. She's gone, Leo, she's gone. Your name sobbed loudly. Leo was taken aback, but he understood what they were talking about. Your name had lost their sister not only 3 months back, and your name had been acting very differently since then. They were super close, and even their sister was close and friendly with the turtles. She was very kind and had a heart of gold, but she was hit by a car when a drunk driver hit into her. Your name ran and ran to get to her, but it was too late. I can't go back there. I just can't, Leo. Please, I can't. Don't make me, please. They wailed and wailed as Leo got up and sat on the bed and wrapped them in a warm hug. He kissed their head softly as they cried into his arms. You don't have to go back there, okay? I'm so sorry that I was a moron, not to think that that's what was bothering you. Please forgive me, your name, he whispered as he held on to them for dear life, like they would fade if he would let go. It's not your fault, they cried quietly this time. No, it may not be, but I was not seeing your pain, and I am sorry for that. You're my best friend, and I love you so much. I don't want to lose you like you lost your sister. I would be like you are now, if that happened. Your name gasped and nodded understanding. How about you come live with me here in the lair? They looked up, eyes wide. You mean... A nod. I'm sure Pops would be okay with it. He likes you like family, and so do my brothers. And April would be here all the time, so you would have someone else to hang out with. He smiled, and your name, for the first time in 3 months, smiled a wide smile and hugged Leo tightly, not wanting to let him go just yet. Yes, please let me stay with you. He laughed softly. Of course. They both kissed as they went back to holding each other and making sure your name stays warm. Leo wrapped them both in one big blanket, and they fell asleep in each other's arms.